Is autism caused by a labor drug injury? Autism occurrence has seen a meteoric rise since 1980, as seen in this graph compiled by a prominent autism organization using data from the Center for Disease Control, or CDC. 1980 was also the year when a new labor and delivery drug, a synthetic version of the naturally occurring hormone oxytocin, was approved for elective induction of labor. Two labels, Pitocin and Citocinon, were approved. The new technique of induced labor supposedly represented a natural, non-invasive alternative to C-section in women whose labor does not begin naturally, or in cases where natural labor is stuck. However, the new drug came with a slew of warnings that many obstetricians did not quite understand initially. Some learned by experience at the expense of egregiously brain-damaging some babies. Some other obstetricians, to this day, are still unaware of the traumatic brain damage possibility from the force of induced contractions under certain circumstances as listed in the contraindications section of the drug label. The specific contraindication that is often ignored, which remains the key cause of autism, relates to the time limit for continuous labor induction. Well-informed obstetricians and hospitals interpret this as a maximum of 6 hours of continuous induction post-membrane rupture. Pursuing labor induction beyond this limit causes permanent brain white matter damage in the infant, which later results in the neurodevelopmental disorders we call autism. It is estimated that at least 50% of all autism in the United States is the result of such excessive induction time, which can be alternatively referred to as Pitocin abuse. Abuse of a drug ignoring prescribed limits and established norms is the very definition of medical malpractice. But individual efforts at legal action have largely been unsuccessful, supposedly due to a lack of evidence. This is because brain damage to an infant at birth is not immediately obvious and shows up as neurodevelopment disorders years later. But now, there is a nonprofit organization in the U.S. engaged in a data collection initiative to prove the malpractice, the Autism Parents Initiative. Understand the causes of autism, as outlined in the book by Autism Pie founder Dinesh Dani. Join the data collection as the first step in the fight for justice against birth malpractice. Spread the word. Help solve the autism puzzle. Visit the Autism Parents Initiative at autismpie.org. That's autismpi.org.